What's up, girl? How you doing, girl? Just being silly. I want to read some more because I want to get my subscriber level up, and I'm having a hard time doing that. I'm having a hard time doing that. I thought I'd read some random out of here because there's some weird stuff. It asks you some weird questions. Whoa, whoa. What do you think about directed or undirected creative sexual energy? Do you think that a direct orgasmic energy up towards this earth? Do you think you can create direct orgasmic energy up towards source to create something positive? Do you? Do you ever do do you think undirected and unprotected sexual energy can be harvested by others for their own use or gain? Why do you think only penis slash vaginal sex can open a pathway for the soul to enter this reality? Do you think homosexual men and women have creative talents that heterosexual people do not? Do you think asexual people exist to help ground and balance the group mind of humanity, or for some other reason? Do you think some souls are androgynous? Do you think sexual predilections happened during the original descent? Do you think sexuality is a spectrum and in its entirely is the recipe for all creation on earth? Organizers for the 2018 Winter Olympics are stockpiling condoms in the athletes' village. Athletes at this year's games will be supplied 110,000 condoms. That is over 37 per athlete for a 2-week period. Jesus. This is wild. Do you use your sexual energy to do anything? Do you get yourself to bust and think of something that you must create? I think it's a good idea. I do. I think if you're already going to do it, and if you want to get your partner off, you might as well be doing some creative visualization to manifest something too. Why the hell not? I mean, right? Think of all the psychic energy expelled during cheering and chanting at a sports event. Anything that revs up psychic energy energizes and excites, including peppy music, scantily clad cheerleaders, sexualized dancing, marching around. I love cheerleaders. I love their little outfits. That's a fucking fact. All of this culminates in a sexual release that can be captured and is used as well as leaving the participation open to the playground of the astral realm. Also notice that often in these types of environments are flashing lights, colors that represent the astral, such as the lots of heavy dark reds. Did you change your shirt to red? I did. I I did. Put the dragon on. The Weaver. What about my denim? What you mean my denim? The girl said, your denim looks good too. I'm like, well, my denim. I like pretty women. I don't have a woman in my life. I flirt with all the women that I find attractive, and I try to be a gentleman. But as a man, I would love to have someone to tap that ass and try all these techniques with. Maybe one day again I will. What does it say? Dark reds, loud music, often low beats that open the lower chakra bands through sounds and reverberations. In these environments, no one is generally forced to have sex. The scene is set, and without understanding, the animal mind takes over. The spiritual higher mind is pushed into the background. Sex takes place, the animal body is satisfied. But when the spiritual higher mind is no longer pushed into the background, many people wonder what they did and why. They may regret over their behavior, or the animal mind probing may trick them into thinking they had an amazing time and often continue to repeat these kinds of experiences. And then there's some. In war times, yelling, screaming, chanting, and even music accompanies soldiers to war. Raping and pillaging was considered a right of the victor. Pillage that village. Have you ever thought about rape? Why rape seems to go right along with war, fighting, and killing? No, I have not. Why does revving up sexual, creative, psychic energy often lead to violence? It's another manifestation, I think, of um, releasing tension. Why are athletes expected to have so much sex? Because they're in a competitive beta state of mind, which is also sex, beta brainwave. Are athletes more in the animal mind than in the spiritual mind? That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. It could be, and to some degree, it might likely to be, since there's no sort of if the sport has some sort of correlation with some sort of spirituality, um, and that can be your own thing. You can make your own spirituality up. You can have your own beliefs that plug into what you're doing. Is it possible, as with all things, for athletes to have a balance of both? Of course. Why wouldn't it? Are soldiers more in the animal mind than in the spiritual mind? Yes. But they also could be in both. Think of the chaplain. He might be in the spiritual mind, but I mean, you're thinking about you might die and go to heaven. Like, what do they say? There's no atheist in foxholes. So, they could be in both, but you have to be in the animal mind to survive violent fighting and warfare. Can there be a time and place when killing is the most correct and beneficial answer? Uh, yeah, yeah, it could be when you're being invaded or you're being violated, and someone's going to kill you. Should demonic forces be removed from this reality? I mean, this reality wouldn't be this reality without demonic forces. It's part of this world. You have the positive and you have the negative. I don't think you could have a functional this world without having the demonic or the dark side. We could have that in the fourth density, but we're not going to have it in this reality right now. If so, does that mean killing them? Killing demons? Can you even kill demons? Is there a difference between sexually satisfying the animal body and sexually satisfying the higher spiritual higher mind? Yes, there is. It could be done both. It could be done both. When a guy's attracted to a girl and he thinks that she's beautiful and he gets that wood, he gets that boner for her. He's always going to see her as beautiful as he imagines her. That's going to be his overlay. He's going to see that girl as whatever sexy form. And that could be hindered if something, something's fucked up about her. If she gets real fat, it may not be. Look at this guy. He's so cute. He's just like laying there like this. What's up, dude? And the same with a guy. The guy could be totally fucked off. He could have a big fucking lump on his eye. His eye could get pushed, fucked off. You could, there's a lot of different things, but typically, a girl to a guy, I mean, from a guy's perspective, when a woman's attractive, you see the most beautiful version of her that there is. Straight up. Do you think some people have excessive sex because they cannot understand why sexual satisfaction does not give them emotional, mental, or spiritual satisfaction? It can. It can. If you're with the right person. I mean, if you're just going and hoeing around, you're probably not going to get that emotional satisfaction. Why would you think you would? Why would you think you would? You have to invest in somebody and care about them. And then whatever interaction sexually or whatever that you have with them will satisfy, and it'll build that emotional bondage and link you stronger if you're on the same level with them, if you resonate with them. If it's not somebody you care about and you're just doing it to get your fucking rocks off, probably not. It's probably not going to be a good thing. Sexuality is not bad. There's a lot of warped stuff, but it could be very beneficial to you if you're not closed off, or you're not a square, or you're not, just trying to use the person for some material thing. If you're a guy, if you're trying to use the girl just for sex, it's not going to satisfy you. But what's the point in just using somebody for sex, or just trying to have sex with them one time? If you can have sex with them all the time, that's what's up.